I hope you all are doing great. My name is Anjali and I am an educator at Relevel by Unacademy. Today I will take you through a very exciting problem, that is maximum product. So first of all, we are going to go through the problem statement. After that, we are going to understand the concept, and then we are going to write down the code for the same. And I am going to write down the code for the same in JavaScript. Also, while going through the question, I will be even discussing about the various approaches of solving the same question. So let's get started. So the problem statement is Varun has been given two ranges, L1 and R1, and second range is L2 and R2. You have to find out the maximum product of A and B such that A lies between the range 1, including both of the limits, and B lies between the second range, including both of the limits. Now I'll take you through Scribble and I'll be explaining it to you, and then we will be moving towards its implementation. Okay. So what is saying? They are saying that we are going to provide you range. So what the range plan is actually going to be. Alright. And what the second range is going to be. Alright, now what they are saying that you have to find out a value in this range 1 and the second value from range 2, including both of the values. Now I'll be talking about L1 and R1. Okay, so for the range 1, they have given us L1. So what is L1? L1 is leftmost value in the range 1. Okay, either we can call that as leftmost value, or what we can say the lower limit in range 1. Okay, similarly if we will look into R1, what is R1? R1 is nothing but rightmost value in range 1, or we can say the upper limit of range 1, upper limit in range 1. Now, what do you have to find out from the range 1? You have to find out a value A, which is going to be there in this range, including both of the limits. Okay, so we have to find out a value A, which is going to be there in the range 1, including upper and lower limits. Okay, now if we will look in the range 2, so what they are actually providing us for the range 2, they are providing us L2 and R2. Okay, so what is L2 here? L2 is nothing but the leftmost value in the range 2, or what we can say, it can be the lower limit in the range 2. We can give it any of the two names. So this is the leftmost value in range 2, or you can say this is the lower limit in range 2. Okay. Similarly, we will be looking for R2. What is R2? R2 is nothing but rightmost value in range 2, or what we can say, it can be the upper limit value in range 2. Now from the range 2, what do we have to find out? We have to find out a value B, which is going to be there in this range 2. Okay. So now we have to find out a value B which is going to be there in range 2, including both lower and upper limit. All right. After finding out the values for A and B, what do we have to do? We have to do their product, and we have to say that this is going to be the maximum product which we can form by taking the maximum values from both of the limits. Okay. So that is actually going to be product of A and B. So first of all, we have to find out A and B, which is going to give us the maximum product. So we have three ways of doing it. I will be showing you all the ways here. Okay. So what is the approach one? So approach one is like they are going to give you L1 and R1, L2 and R2. Then what you will have to do from this range, you create one array. Okay, from this one, you create an array. And after that, what do you have to do? Like, let us say from this, we are creating the array R1. From here, we are creating the array R2. Then what do we have to do? We have to iterate over all the values of R1 and all the values of R2. Okay, I'll be showing you how we can do. So for, I'm writing the pseudocode. So like you do not actually look into its correctness, because pseudocode is something which is non-executable code, which is language independent. Okay. So it is going to be starting from 0 to whatever length of R1 we have, correct? And we are going to iterate, like this one is going to be for your range 1, correct? Then we are going to have another loop, and that loop is going to be there for our range 2 length. All right. Then what you will have to do, like first of all, we if we'll come back here in the question. So what it is saying that you have to actually find out the maximum value which is going to be there in the product of both of the values, right? So what we will be doing, we are going to define our max, and that max is actually going to have the minimum value, minimum int value. And later on, what we will be doing, we just need to update the max value. And how we are going to do? We have to use math.max. So what is this? This is, we have a class math, and that class is actually offering you a function max, and this max actually does all the comparison and return you the maximum value. So here what you will be passing on, you are going to pass on the maximum value, plus you are going to pass on the product of range 1 into range 2. That is how you are going to get the maximum value out of it. So this is one of the approach. Now let's go back to, let's come to the Visual Studio, and we will be writing the code for the same. And I'll be taking the input values which is given in the question. So that is like 1, 4 to 9. Okay, so your L1 is 1, R1 is 4, L2 is 2, and R2 is 9. Now we have to find out the values product from this. I'll be creating one function and I'm creating let max product. I'm using arrow function here, and here I'm providing all the 4 parameters. After this, what we will be doing, we need to declare a variable that is max. Okay, so let max, and here I will be providing just a sec. I'll and see. Not sure. We will be calling max product from here. L2 R2. Let's run and see. With dot